Brian Terrian here from the Disability Digest. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the advantages of starting a business or doing something that is self-employment for disability recipients, and I'll cover, for applicants going through the process for disability recipients. So some of the things I'm going to cover are when you should start thinking about it, some of the general things to think about, the tax responsibility, tax advantages, which are quite significant, and I'll cover some examples for taxes and some things that I expect you'll learn that you can use as a tax write-off that probably never thought of and you're probably already paying for. So here we go. First of all, one of the commonly asked questions I get is from a disability applicant is, well, can I start a business? Should I start a business? That type of thing. And I really don't know the answer to that, but here's a consideration. Your disability approval process has, generally like a 32% chance of getting approved in 9 months. And if it doesn't get approved there, it's going to be close to 3 years if it goes to a hearing. So you have this time on your hands. And the initial application and getting it together and in the system, it doesn't take a lot of time, especially if you follow our directions that we have here, even if you're doing it on your own. So you have time. And you may want to use that time to focus on your health, and you may want to use that time to focus on your health and a business. But here's my point, is that applicants can earn up to $1,350 a month at the time of this recording. That's the regulation, and apply for disability. It doesn't mean you're going to get approved. Frankly, those cases are really difficult to get approved if you've got higher earnings. So if you're any over $500, in my opinion and experience from what we see, it really creates a challenge to get approved. But that being said, starting a business or considering starting a business, it will take you a while to get your plan together, get the concept together, get the structure, get it going, and all of that, and to generate profit. And usually in a business environment, it is something that you can control. So if you have the desire, once you're approved, to be up and operational and running a business, in my opinion, you should really give it some strong consideration to help you, sustain and live on that fixed income that you're going to have. So that's one. And if you're already approved, then there's no time like the present, in my opinion, if this is something in the direction that you want to go, especially in the current state of events with our inflation going on and up. Next point I want to make is your tax responsibility, and then I'll go into what you have access to for unique deductions. And this is from an award letter, standard text that's in a disability award letter. If you're single and your total income is over $25,000, then you'll be subject to taxes. If you're married, you and your spouse have a total income of more than $32,000, you'll be subject to taxes. So if you have a spouse that's working and you're a disability recipient, it's likely that you're going to be taxed because that will be over $32,000. All right, so those are the tax responsibilities. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go through some of the links that I'll put below the video here. This is the regulation for impairment-related work expenses. And if you're a disability recipient, you have access to some unique deductions that are expenses that you incur that make it possible for you to work. And this is super complex. It is the regulation. I'm going to put it below. It's 4041576. And this is the law if anybody calls you on it, or if you have a tax preparer that you're using and they're not familiar with this, you can provide them with this link and they can help you with your tax deductions. Okay. So what are some of the things that you can use that you can write off? A few examples of things that are down here on this page. that you might not think of, which would be transportation. Any modifications to your vehicle that you might need to make so that you can commute. And if you're running a home-based business, but you do need to go out and get supplies and things for your business, then I would also explore that with your tax preparer. Service animals, that's a big one. Any expenses that you paid for your guide dog service animal that enables you to work. And prosthesis are another one. So there's different things that you may not think of that you can write off. And on this page over here, you can also, it talks about how you could write off your doctor's visits. And for any type of doctor medical expense that you may need so that you can work, that could be physical therapy, pain management, water therapy. These are just some of the ones that come to mind. That could put you in a state where you're more comfortable, you're able to work, and the expenses that are related to that. Oftentimes water therapy, if you're approved, you can do that at no charge through your Medicare Advantage plan by going and using the Silver Sneakers or Renew Active feature. That's the fitness benefit, and either like a Humana plan or United Healthcare plan. So those are some of the different ways that you can look at it. So if you're considering, just to recap, considering starting a business, there's really no time like the present, even if you're going through the approval process. Take a look at some of the expenses that you're paying for now. It could be that these would be expenses that you could write off, right? And then the last thing is Social Security, but IRS allows you to run a business at a loss for a certain amount of years. There's conflicting information out there, and again, I'm not a tax guy, but I believe it's 3 out of 5 years that you can run a business at a loss. And then if it doesn't continue to show profit after that, it falls into the hobby category. That's definitely a question for your tax preparer. So if you're making effort and you're going in the right direction and you're going to be incurring some of these expenses anyway, so this is one way that you can easily reduce your tax expenses, which is not getting a bump in your check, but it's saving you from paying taxes. So I hope you find this helpful. Definitely tune in for more tips for different ways in which you can start a business, success stories from others that have done this, either worked here at the Disability Digest or started their own business. So there'll be more of those coming up. So subscribe, ring the bell. And if you're listening to this and you're not approved or you're approved, I invite you to consider joining us or updating us as a member here at the Disability Digest. And the value of doing that is you complete a quick evaluation and answer some questions, and that gives us an idea where you're at in the process. Like maybe you're still working full-time, trying to get approved, where you live, what your conditions are, and it allows us to provide a customized approach to provide you with the information that we've collected since we've been doing this in 2006. It's going to really give you a laser focused approach to what you want to do. Videos are a big picture concept, and thank you for listening, and you're welcome to continue doing that. But if you want the best help that we can provide you, it's no charge for your membership. Come on in, look for the link below or somewhere around this video. Come join us or update us. Hope you enjoyed this. Share the video if you did. Make it a great day. Until the next time. This has been Brian Terrian. Thank you.